Hey, this is Tristan Prettyman, and you're listening to Toasted.
In Holland, then? Yeah. It's the first time for you in Holland?
Second time.
Second time?
Yep, I was here 2 years ago on a backpacking adventure with my best friend.
Alright.
Yeah.
Where have you been? Amsterdam, spliffing.
Amsterdam?
Spliffing, probably.
Yeah, oh, I don't remember much of it. I know that it was a good time, though.
Oh, cool, cool. Only Amsterdam was it?
Is it Amersfoort?
Amersfoort.
Amersfoort. Yeah, I stayed there. I stayed there with. We had two friends that had visited the States before, and then when we came over here, we stayed with them. So they took us all around, and it was very cool. It was beautiful. We spent a lot of time in the countryside, actually.
Cool, cool.
So
you're a new artist on the Universal label, isn't it?
Virgin.
Oh, sorry, Virgin. Yeah,
yes.
sorry, excuse me. I'm gonna ask this again. So you're a new artist on Virgin label, isn't it?
Yeah, Virgin Records.
Yeah. Is it cool? How did it all start off?
You know, it's exciting. I mean, I've been playing for like only 2 years, and you know, I just did a big showcase in New York. A lot of labels came out to it, and Virgin was the one label that I met with that I actually felt comfortable with, and you know, they seemed like they didn't want to like ruin what I was doing. They just wanted to like help me move it along. So, you know, I got to make a record that I'm really proud of, and they've been really good to me. So like I got here, didn't I?
Yeah, that's cool. You read something now, huh? Yeah. Hey, weren't you discovered by Jack Johnson? Because everybody's saying, oh, this is new, not the new Jack, the female Jack Johnson, of course not, but
yeah, I get that comparison a lot.
It's good when they say
it kind of like, I mean, in Southern California where I come from, it's very, this group is very small, so I mean a lot of people that I was hanging out with knew him as well, and so everyone was just kind of like a big group of people that it's like 6 degrees of separation kind of thing. Yeah. But I mean, he's been a friend of mine over the years, and you know, I always run into him every once in a while, whether it's a show or like I've just played in Hawaii and him and his wife came. But I mean, kind of same thing, like my song was used on a surf video soundtrack, and then shortly after that the video did really well. It was one of the more artsier surf films that came out, and it just kind of went from there. And then everyone, you know, at home was like, you better go do this, and you know, you better go make a CD and play shows. And my parents were kind of like, you know, take a break from college and go pursue this, so I did.
No way, that's cool.
Yeah, it was kind of because of them, because once I had their blessing, it was like, all right, I'm gonna go, you know, all right, I don't have to go to school.
Yeah. Better making music than going to school.
Exactly.
Hey, but that surf video, I think it's sold like on a DVD millions of times, or is that right or not?
Yeah, Shelter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. So you were on the soundtrack of that?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was very last minute, and I was just like sitting at a friend's house on the floor, and his roommate came home who was working on the film and was like, you know, everyone, different artists had contributed songs, and they were just recorded on a mini disc, so they were like very rough, and you know, the way they were captured weren't perfect, you know, which was kind of what they wanted. They didn't have any girls on it, so you know, he was kind of like, who are you and where did you come from? Can we need a girl on the soundtrack?
Can you surf?
Yeah, I can surf. But there was no women on it, you know, and there still really isn't like any girls part of that kind of group of guys doing that music right now. So I feel
that's true. Isn't that weird?
It is weird, and I feel really. It was a boys' club for a while, but I'm breaking it up. I hope they don't get mad at me.
Yeah. There's another girl, Katie Tunshall. She's playing here.
Oh yeah. I've heard a lot about her. I was gonna check her out, but she played the same time that I did.
She was really good.
Awesome.
I didn't see her. Sorry. Do you have to play, or because I was only doing interviews? Sorry.
No worries. No worries.
I saw her on the stage because I was there. Like, wow, she's a little tiny girl.
Really?
But she with a big guitar. Yeah, I loved it.
All right, I gotta check it out.
Yeah. So how was the show here in Lowlands?
It was good, you know. It was like in a really nice, quiet room. I'm a little bit more quieter and more intimate, so I like, you know, not as like loud of a crowd. And the audience, there were seats in there, so it was perfect for me. It was awesome. A really good crowd, like really great response.
Because the album is not out yet.
It actually came out yesterday.
Okay, well, I think people didn't listen to it yet.
They haven't heard it yet, but they should go get it.
Yeah, of course. But how were the reactions? Because you're new then for all the people.
What was the question? How would I?
How was the response of the crowd?
It was good, you know. I mean, I think for the first time ever playing over here, they were applauding loud. I think that's a good sign.
Yeah, we are critical here.
Are they? Are you really?
I was standing like with the arms like over each other. Okay.
I think I broke them down.
Yeah. What's the album? What's the name of the album?
It's called 23.
Okay. Why are you 23?
I just turned 23 on May 23rd. And I always said, you know, when I started pursuing music, I had met a lot of people who had been pursuing music for like 10 years, and I was like, how do you ever know when to stop? Like, what if you just need to stop and move on to something else? So when I, you know, a couple years ago, I was like, okay, if I don't go anywhere by the time I'm 23, I'm gonna like pursue something else, you know, so I don't waste time. Like, you know, and I'll always play music, but I'll just, you know, go on to pursue something else, you know, and so it all happened by the time I was 23, and it's also a very superstitious number for me as well. So
Okay.
it's a good year, hopefully.
2023.
Yes, exactly.
It's gonna be a while, isn't it? Yeah. Hey, what's the first single of it?
Love, love, love.
Okay, that's the first single of the record too, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So what's it about? Love.
You know, it's not even about really. Well, I mean, it kind of is. I mean, it's the song is like about a number of different things. It's kind of like me. It's kind of like how my brain thinks. You know, like there was like a lot of different things going on. I couldn't sleep one night, and I heard the paper boy delivering the papers in my neighborhood, and then it's kind of like when the U.S. started getting in the war with Iraq, and you know, you have all this media and all these papers telling you all these different things, and if you're not really educated on, you know, political issues, it's like, how do you really know like what to believe, you know? So it's kind of like me being confused about that and wishing I was more educated and wanting to learn more about what was going on. And you know, and then, you know, while that's going on, it's like my friend is complaining about some guy she's dating and why he doesn't like her, and it's in the end it's kind of me being like, you know what, like hold on, like just take a stop and look around, and like we live in a beautiful place, you know, and we need just like yeah, we need to
not important.
stop wanting, you know, like arguing over land or, you know, why some guy doesn't like you. It's like we just need to focus on like our friends and our family, and like that we all got each other, and like no matter what we do, we always have like a really strong support system, like everybody does, you know. And
do you have to do that feeling always, like, okay, when you're feeling like a bit weird or you're angry with somebody, like 2 feet on the ground, okay, think about that? Like, I have the family, I have my friends, I have my whole life, and it's cool.
Do I think about that when I mean, definitely, yeah. Like, whenever I'm like, I mean, it's really hard for me to get mad, because, like, when I feel like I have the right to get mad about something, I always talk myself out of it, and I'm like, you can't get mad, because think about this person, or, like, think about this thing, and so, I mean, definitely, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So...
Hey, about the album, so funny, that sign like this.
Oh.
And the album, who produced it?
Josh Deutsch, who's actually my A&R from Virgin, who signed me. I had a really good idea of what I wanted the record to sound like, and I wanted to be very stripped and, you know, not too much production, and very true to an album I did independently before this record. And between me and him, like, I think we kind of nailed it, so I'm really happy, you know. And he got this dream band that I was looking for together, which was awesome.
So he found your musicians?
He did. We have Matt Johnson from Jeff Buckley's Grace album.
Wow.
And Norah Jones bass player, Lee Alexander, Jesse Harris, who co-wrote Norah Jones' first album.
Top of the bill shit, I hear.
Leon Mobley from Ben Harper's percussion player. It's crazy. Like, I made a wish list basically, and
you got them all.
And well, there was a lot of different people. When the combination came together, I was like, oh, whoa, what have I got myself into? I really need to get my stuff together, you know.
So you brought them also, or you were only playing on your own?
Only playing solo today,
okay.
yeah. No, they're on doing other things.
Probably, yeah. They don't have any time to come over to.
But I borrowed them for a couple weeks.
Okay. What's next for this year? Your album's coming out yesterday. Then was coming out yesterday. And what's coming up now for you? Promoting and touring?
Basically, yeah, just a ton of tours. I'm going out with John Butler Trio in the States in September, and then going to Japan, Australia, New Zealand. I think I'll probably be back here in November. And
so you're gonna have a trip around the world and.
A trip around the world. I have jet lag forever. No, I'm just kidding.
Hope to see you really soon then.
Yeah, definitely. Come out to a show.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you.